quick self-love tapping. So let's take a deep breath. Let it out through your mouth. That always helps to release old negative energy. I want you to open up your mind to these new thoughts and new ideas and new beliefs. I want you to open up your heart so that you can feel this self-love. Because if we can't feel self-love, we can't love anyone else, and we can't allow anyone to love us. Okay? So say out louder to yourself, I feel uncomfortable loving myself. And rate that on a scale of 0 to 10. And where does that sit with you? As I said before, when I first started this, I couldn't even say I love, accept, and forgive myself. I could barely say accept. So where does that sit with you? If you totally can't feel like, oh, hell no, I don't love myself, then that's a 10. Mark it in your mind. Remember that, because we're going to chart it again at the end, because we want to see if we're shifting energy. We want to release that. So here we go. I'm just going to tap here on the side of the wrist, because this is good for sadness, sorrow, and grief. And I've had such sorrow, sadness, and grief in my life that I always like to use this. So just say the words out louder to yourself after me. Even though I feel uncomfortable loving myself, I honor how I feel. Even though I feel so uncomfortable loving myself, I choose to accept how I feel. Even though I'm totally not comfortable with loving myself, I'm deciding that it's okay to feel that way, and I'm letting it go. All this resistance to self-love, it's very uncomfortable. All this resistance to self-love, it makes me anxious. All this resistance to self-love, it makes me sad. All this resistance to self-love, it makes me wonder what's wrong with me. All this resistance to self-love, it makes me think I'm broken. All this resistance to self-love, it makes me wonder, maybe that's why I'm so miserable. All this resistance to self-love, where did it come from? All this resistance to self-love, it's all I know. All this resistance to self-love, can I ever let it go? How can I ever let this resistance to self-love start disappearing from my mind, body, soul, and spirit? I choose to believe that I can release this resistance to self-love. I choose to be okay with loving myself, even if it's just a little bit. I choose to stop beating myself up. I choose to realize that those thoughts in my mind, they're not who I am. They're just things I've heard. I choose to believe in myself, because that is self-love. I choose to nurture myself, because that is self-love. I choose to find a way to release these emotions that have been holding me back from self-love. I choose to release events that have held me back from self-love. I choose to release memories that have held me back from self-love. I choose to move forward and love myself every day. I am lovable. I am worth it. I am cherished. I am divine. I am a precious child of the universe. I am lovable. I love myself because it's okay. I love others because that's how I show my self-love. I decide how I feel every day. And today, I decide to feel great. Heck, I decide to feel freaking amazing because I love myself. And that's okay. I release any rejection. I accept who I am. I see the dirt. And I still love myself because that is self-love. That is unconditional self-love. And I'm ready to move forward from this chronic stress response cycle because I don't have to be miserable. I don't have to be sick. I don't have to be sad. I don't have to be grief-stricken. I don't have to be lonely. I don't have to be angry. I don't have to feel alone. I choose to release any thoughts, emotions, or events and memories holding me back right now. I choose to shower my mind, body, soul, and spirit with divine self-love. Take a deep breath and check where you are right now. Let's say out loud, I feel so uncomfortable loving myself, and see where that is. Tapping is healing. It will make you feel safe and calm. You will feel the hope, the healing, and the peace. And that's all I pray that I can offer you.